Hi everyone, I thought while we were on lockdown and we all had a bit of spare time, it was a good time for me to make a video on how to make catnip mice. This is my own pattern. I've made it to help a wonderful rescue organisation called Feral Nation. Any mice made, they'd gratefully accept as donations, but let's get underway. So first you need some scrap yarn, a little bit of catnip and stuffing. I mix mine together, a crochet hook, a needle to sew in the ends, and some scissors to trim it all. I'm going to get rid of the stuffing for now, and the needle and the scissors can go with it. Now we're going to start. I've picked two colours, which you can just do one, but two will show you the different stitches. So you just put them together like so. Then we make a slip knot, which is similar to tying a balloon. Go round the fingers twice, or 1.5 times, and then up through the loop. It's called a slip knot because you can pull it and make it bigger or smaller as you need it. Then we're going to start the pattern. Firstly, it says chain 25. So I'm going to put my slip knot on my hook and I'm going to make it tighter but not firm. Go over, we'll go under and over, bring the back loop up and over and off the hook. That's one. That's two. You can see there that there's one very close to the knot and two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And the way to count to make sure, not that it has to be exact because cats aren't fussy, is to count your little V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. Now I'm going to go back along the tail to make it kind of twirly. It's purely for looks. Again, cats don't mind. And so it says single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. So the first one is the one right under your loop, and we want to go to the second one. Put your hook through the middle and then go around underneath, bring it back through and repeat. That's a single crochet. So through the middle of the chain, around from underneath, one loop off the hook, around from underneath, 2 loops off the hook. And repeat that the whole way down the tail until the very last stitch. You can see that my tail is starting to curl, and that's fine, that's what it's supposed to do. It's getting in the way a little bit, but that's okay, you just hold it out of the way with your free hand. Now I should mention I'm left-handed, so that's why my hook is in my left hand, but if you're right-handed, it's exactly the same process, but you'll be holding the hook in your right hand and you're working yarn in your left. I'm not talented enough to crochet right-handed, so I can't show you how to do that. I'm sorry, it just feels all wrong to me. Many right-handers have successfully made this pattern though, so I know it works. few more stitches until the end of the tail. Now if it's not twirling properly, just give it a wee twist and then it stays swirly. I don't know why I decided that mice have a curly tail, but they do, and the cats seem to like them. Now when you've got all the way down the end but you've got one stitch left, that's when your tail is complete. From now we'll be working in the round, and that just means that instead of going down a line, we'll be working around in loops to make the mouse body. So to start with, we have to do 7 single crochets into this one stitch. It feels strange and it looks strange to start with, but trust the process. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you'll notice that it goes around now, and that's good, that's what we want. So now, because we're working in the round, you want to flick the tail out of the way and join it on that first stitch. So if you don't remember what one it was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around, which would give us 14 stitches in total. That's so that the mouse body gets bigger than this little circle down here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now you'll notice that the little mouse bum is bigger than it was before. The next step, we are on to step number 4 of my pattern here, is single crochet in each stitch around. So we're just going to do 1 in every stitch the whole way around. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oopsies, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you might notice that it's making a little bit of a cone shape now, and that's good because that's what we want for the mouse's body. Round number 5 on my pattern is single crochet in one stitch, then increase in the next. This means that you're increasing every second stitch, and it will help the mouse go out a little bit rather than just out like a pancake. There's one of the kids that I made the mice for in the background, my chief mouse tester. So I'm going to do a single crochet in one, increase in the next. So that's 3 stitches. And that's 6. 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So again, we've still got that cone shape. This is as big as the mouse gets in the body. So now we just go round. I've got it doing 6 rounds, but again, you can be just kind of cautious and casual about it. It doesn't have to be exact. So I'm just going to go around a few times. The more rounds you do, the longer the mouse's body will be. Noise you might be able to hear in the background is my youngest cat, Whiskey, just having a good scratch. At least he's doing it where he's supposed to. He's already sniffed around the catnip container. Can't wait for Mum to make another mouse. They've got about 20 lying around the house, but I guess that's the perks of having your mum who makes them. I'm half expecting him to pop up because he is under the table. I don't know what he's playing with. I think it might be no, he's playing with a ball of wool that I dropped under the table. Obviously can't wait another 10 minutes just to have his own fresh mouse, so this is very much his colour. He's a boy and he's ginger, so blue and orange. So I don't know how many rounds I've done. I'm not counting. I'm guessing I've done 2. I'm not entirely sure. So just in case you need a reminder, we are doing the single crochet. So through the loop, over once, over twice, and just repeat that the whole way around. Whiskey obviously got sick of waiting, so he has disappeared. Come back when I open up the catnip box, I suspect. So my mouse is taking shape. It's looking good. It's like a little hat at the moment, but that's okay. And I've managed to tuck the end from when we started inside, so I don't even really need to do anything with that. My fiance is the one filming on my behalf. Poor bugger, I've dragged him into it, but it's okay. He's doing a good job keeping the camera nice and steady. I think I've done probably 4 or 5 rounds now, so I'll just do a few more stitches. Hopefully this helps. I mean, we're keen to get a little mouse making army to help fundraise so that we can help the wonderful Jodie, who single-handedly runs and manages Feral Nation in her spare time when she's not working her own business, which, you know, takes a lot of time out as well. to get some much needed funds in for the cats and kittens that she rescues and rehomes and does all those fabulous things for. There we go. So I've got a little bit of a body now. So now from round 12 onwards, it's decreasing, and that means that it'll start coming in again, but it won't come in as sharply as it went out, so that I can make it like a longer mouth shape. So you don't really count the rounds. It just says from round 12 onwards you crochet 7 and then 2 together, and you repeat that until you have only 8 stitches remaining. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 2 together. So through your first loop and pick 1 stitch up, so half of a single crochet, through your second loop and do the same. And then when you're doing your final half of your single crochet, you're going through all of the stitches. So I'll do that again. So do half of your single crochet, do another half of a single crochet, and then through all of them to finish it off. And that brings those 2 stitches into 1. And then you just keep doing that all the way around. So that was my 7 single crochets. Now I will do my 2 together, and I will go back to my 7. So it's ever so slightly going in on the sides now. And we just got to keep doing this until there's only 8 stitches up here. Whiskey's back, wondering if his mouse is ready. It's not. Obviously this is taking me a little bit longer just because I'm having to talk through it, slow down some of my stitches and all of that, but that's okay. So again, you can see that it is just coming in a little bit. My little mouse body is looking good. I should count my stitches because I'm probably a couple of decreases off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I'm quite a few off. It'll be interesting in a couple of months, couple of years, whenever people watch this, to think that New Zealand has been in lockdown for 2 weeks now, and that we've got probably 2 weeks left because of this COVID-19 virus. It's never happened before in my lifetime. Hopefully it never happens again. Obviously there's a big strain on things. This is why I've got time to do this now, and why I'm also doing it is because I think a lot of people out there probably have a bit of time that they don't normally have as well. So they can maybe attempt to make a mouse. It is pretty beginner, so if you can get the basics, you can do a mouse. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still a few to decrease. It's also a great way to use up your scraps. If you've got any, I've got lots because I also have my own page, which you can find on Facebook. It's called, or Instagram actually, Hand Knitting, like Nana used to. You can contact me on there if you need a hand, any tips, if you've got questions about these mice, more than happy to help. So just, yep, give me a holler up there. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm not that cool. I'm sorry. I have one more decrease and then I'm ready to make the ears. Now the ears are definitely the hardest part. So feel free not to make them if it just gets a bit much for you. I like to make them. It makes me feel like it makes it more mouse-like. Before we do the ears, obviously this is just a little flat pancake of a mouse right now. We'll do the part that the animals love so much. Open up my little stuffing. I like to take my hook out to do it so that it's not in the way. And it is only a little hole, so sometimes you could use the back of your hook to really get it on in there. I can hear Whiskey. He knows that the catnip is open now. He's going to make his way back into the frame. And there he is. Happy as that Mama's little catnip box has been opened. Oh, he's going to try and take it off the table. The most fun I've had making these is actually at the local cat cafe in Petone, Nico Nero. They've invited me along a couple of times to little catnip mouse making nights, and it's always fun and challenging to try and crochet little catnip mice with several cats in the room that just want to be part of it. So now that we've made a round mouse, which Whiskey wants to play with already, but it's not done yet, we will make the ears once Whiskey gets off the table. Thank you. So, the first step in making one of my ears. Whiskey is waiting patiently for his mouse. So the first step in making one of my ears is to single crochet in the next stitch. You guys all have that down by now. You've got it sorted. Then this is where it gets hard. in the front loop only, so each loop of a crochet stitch has two portions. This is the back because it's away from you. This is the front. You want to slip stitch into the front. So I've picked up just the one, and instead of going up and over again, I'm just going straight through. Then you're going to chain 3. Then you're going to do a double crochet. This is a new stitch, we haven't learnt it. So a double crochet is very much like a single, except you go over before you go through. Then you go through. You've got 3 loops. You come back, you go through 2. You're down to 2 loops. You come back, you go through 2. We need to do that twice. So again, over. 3 loops, 2 loops, 1. And then we want to do another slip stitch. So bring it through and straight through, and there's a little ear. Then you want to slip stitch in the same, in the next one, sorry, just in the front again. So you just have a stitch between your mice or your mouse's ears. So then you go into the slip stitch, and here's the ear again. 3 single crochet, 3 chain, 2 double crochet, and a slip stitch. So there we've got 2 ears. Then we want to single crochet through both loops. 3. 1, 2, 3. The next step is to make the mouse muzzle, so just the tip of his little face. So to do that, I want you to do 2 single crochets, and then single crochet 2 together. I'm just going in behind the ears in that loop that we didn't work in. And then single crochet 2 and 2 together until you only have 3 stitches left. And this is what makes his little pointy nose. So single crochet 2 and 2 together, and that's it. Then I'm going to cut off the threads, put them back through this loop so they're secure, and then all you need to do is weave in the loose ends, and to do that I usually just stuff it back inside the mouse. Nice and tidy, they don't know. Comes out through his tummy, and snip off the end. And that is a little crochet catnip mouse, complete with ears, and for comparison he's about that big. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope it makes sense.